moving on, just to be perfectly clear, this webinar is for designers who have already been doing some aspects of branding already. We're assuming that you are doing logos and identity packages, but maybe you're stopping just short of giving clients a little extra level of service. Now, we're not advocating that you position yourself inauthentically. We always want you to be authentic with what you're doing. But if you're already designing parts of a client's brand, like logos and identity packages, this extra expertise is something that you can do, and there are multiple benefits for doing it, including bringing more money into your business. So let's go on to the next slide, Ed. And it's going to start us off with why it is so difficult to position your firm.
Okay. Well, typically a graphic designer starts off by saying it's difficult because it's a mindset thing, really. He doesn't think of himself as this, and he sees himself as a designer, not a strategist, not a consultant, or anything else like that. They like to be everything to everyone, and this isn't unusual for many small business, really. Graphic designers are no different. They're always afraid that they're going to alienate somebody and leave some money on the table. So they obviously want to be all things to all people. And we're creative people, we're problem solvers, and we want to help everyone. But being a branding person or a brand consultant, as I say, is the message you pretty much have to position yourself with, because it develops a lot more opportunities for you and gets you into a lot more areas where you can make more money and then get back to design from there. So we think we know enough to handle positions to be an expert, but really you don't yet. Because with branding, the way we identify it, especially myself, when I look at branding, I see the word reputation instead of brand. And a lot of designers in my area and in other parts of the continent that I talk to, they all speak about brands as being a logo and marketing materials. And I always tell my customers, if you talk to somebody that has this kind of discussion, and they mention that you're going to rebrand, you're going to change your logo and that, if they hear that, to just pull up their britches and run like hell, because that's not the kind of conversation they want to have. But I have plans doing this, and I should be looking at yourself as a consultant. You should be more of a strategy person moving forward. You don't have to feel like an imposter by doing this as well. A lot of people tell me, I don't really feel like a consultant. And that's really not a natural feeling for any of us designers. But you can position yourself that way, and you can also get your customers to take you a lot more seriously if you're strategic. And that's the game here. Strategy is everything. Even if you change the conversation today, right after this particular webinar, and you start talking like a brand strategist, you'll notice a completely different attitude your customers will have towards you. And like I say, I go in from a minimum 20,000, and I don't get any kind of pushback either. I know when we did our brand workshop in January, we talked to a number of graphic design firms from all over the United States, and it was a common thread that graphic design is getting a lot of pushback as far as price and things like this. But you're a brand consultant, that eliminates that little problem right there.